Good morning, guys. Welcome back to online Sunday school. It's good to be back with you again this week. I hope you enjoyed last week's lesson about the three wise men and baby Jesus' birth. It was a really cool story. We used the felt board. We're going to use the felt board again today. And we're moving on from the holidays into creation, the beginning of existence, the beginning of the earth and the world that God created. So it's a really, really cool lesson today. My name is Mr. Mike Beech, if you didn't remember. But it's good to be here with you again today. I hope you guys are enjoying these online lessons, and hopefully we'll be back together soon and get to see your smiling, happy faces. So today's lesson, it's about creation. So as you could see, we start with nothing, right? God created the earth and the world and everything in it out of absolute nothing. God is an amazing creator, and He is responsible for everything that we see, touch, and feel. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and the felts are really cool. So just sit back and watch and see this amazing story unfold. So God created the world. This is found in Genesis 1 through 25. So if you want to get your Bibles out, you can follow along with your family and maybe read the Genesis story, the beginning of the creation story, and share it together. It's a really, really awesome story. So in the beginning, nothing existed except for God. God spoke and created the heavens and the earth. So when He spoke, the heavens were created. There's a lot of stars. So I'm not going to take the time to put all these stars up. We'll be here for like 10 minutes. But there are a lot of stars. And He created the heaven and the earth. It had no shape, and it was total darkness. And the darkness covered the earth. The Spirit of God was there, hovering over the waters. So it was water, there was sky, or what they called the heavens, and there was earth. There wasn't a whole lot to look at first. But the Spirit of God was there, and God was there, and they were hovering over the waters. Now God spoke. He said, "Let there be light." And what God said happened. Light was created. God saw that light was good, and He separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and He called the darkness night. So when the sun would come out, it was day. And when the moon would come out, it was night. So He created the stars, the heavens, the earth, water, sun, and the moon. Evening came, and then morning came. And that was the first day of creation. So He would create the sun to set and the moon to show. And then He would create the sun to rise. And the moon would come back the next night. So He created day and He created night. God spoke again. "Let there be an expanse between the waters to separate them." And what God said happened. He made a space between the water that was on the earth and the water above the earth. And God called the expanse sky. So we have a new one here. So as you can see, He created the beautiful sky that we enjoy today and every day. And blue with the clouds, and it separated the water from the sky and the earth. Evening came, and then morning came. So the sun set again, the moon showed, and then the moon disappeared when the sun returned and rose again. He said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place, and let the dry land appear." So you start to separate the water from the earth. You start to see mountains form and cliffs, and it was really beautiful. We're going to change this up a little bit. As you can see, he's separating the sky from the earth. So he said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place." So he turned it into oceans and lakes and ponds and all the different water, the creeks, the rivers, all the different water that we see on the earth. And he said, "Let the dry land appear." So now we have the land. What God said happened, and God called the dry land earth, and he called the gathered water the seas. God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the earth make plants and trees with fruits and seeds." So we start to put trees in. Flowers. All different kinds of trees. Put some in the back here. Look how beautiful this is becoming. All sorts of different flowers and plants. Some plants had fruit. Some of the flowers were even editable, which means they could eat them. And it was amazing. He made fruits, different trees of different fruits that you could eat and enjoy, different plants that you could use for eating and for surviving. And it was just such a neat, beautiful creation. So what God said happened. Plants and trees grew, and God saw that it was good. Evening came, and then morning came. So the sun he's starting a pattern where the sun continues to rise, and the moon shows, and then the sun sets. And it went on and made day after day after day. So this went on, and evening came and morning came, and that was the third day of creation. Next, God placed lights in the sky. He created the sun to shine during the day and the moon and stars to shine at night. God gave us lights to provide light on the earth to separate day from night and to help us track time in days and years. God saw that it was good. Evening came and then morning came, and that was the fourth day of creation. Next, God made creatures. So there were animals that lived in this garden. Birds, lions, tigers, there were all sorts of animals that God created. He made birds to flap their wings and fly in the sky. And God saw that it was good. God told the animals to multiply, and they filled the seas and the sky. Evening came, and then morning came, and that was the fifth day of creation. Then God made more animals, livestock, creatures that crawl, and wildlife to live on the earth. When God said it, it happened. and God saw that it was good. So this is really a beautiful world that God is creating, with sky, sun, stars, moon, light, dark, day and night, all these really cool animals that we all know now. And the Garden of Eden was a very, very beautiful place, and we'll be talking about that in the next week or so. Because we haven't made people yet, right? So far we have the earth, we have the trees, we have the water, we have the oceans and the seas and the mountains and all those things, and we have the animals. But we don't have people yet. So that'll be coming up here pretty soon. So I love the felt board because it's just so bright and alive, and the colors are so neat and the artwork is beautiful. So I'm glad that we get to share these felts with you. So remember to get that Bible out, read Genesis 1 through 25, and that is the entire story that I just shared with you. And you'll see when he placed things, where he placed them, when he placed them, how many days went by. So read that story with your parents. It's a really, really good one. The Bible says that Jesus is the Lord over all of creation. Everything was created by him and for him. The Son has always existed, and he holds everything together. So that is a really, really neat story that you should share with your family and friends. All right, give me a minute here, and then I have a few questions for you. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that story of creation. We're going to be talking more and more about that over the next few weeks. I'm not sure who your teacher will be next week, but you'll either see my face again in the next couple weeks, or you'll see some other familiar faces. But we'll continue to tell you these stories and enjoy online Sunday school until we can be back together again. So I have a few questions for you. Let's see how well you were listening to the creation story. All right? So, what did God create on the first day of creation? What was the first thing that he created? You remember? He created the heavens and the earth. And what else? There was one other thing. He created the heavens and the earth, and he created day and night. Very good. Day and night. Number 2. Let me get tissue here to wipe that down. What did God create on the second day of creation? Do you remember? So first he had the heavens and the earth, so that was the universe and everything up in space. And then he had earth, just a general round planet with nothing on it. And the second day, he created the sky. There we go, the sky. So he created the beautiful blue sky that we get to enjoy every day. What did God create on the third day of creation? What did he separate next? He created the land and the seas. So there's the land. And he created the seas as well. All right? What did God create on the fourth day? On the third day, he also created the plants and the trees. Forgot about that part. So he created the plants. Those are my plants. They're not the best plants in the world, but you get the idea. All right, so he created all the plants and the trees, and he still has the beautiful sea. Those are waves. Not my best artwork. So on the fourth day, what did he create? Do you remember? Now I had this a little bit backwards. I added the stars too early. Did anybody catch that? If you caught that, you really know the story of creation. So I did on the felt, I had the stars a little too early in the sun and the moon. I put them up on the second day, and it should have been the fourth day. So that was my bad. So God created on the fourth day of creation the sun, he created the sun, he created the moon, and he created the stars. Lots and lots of stars. Like too many for me to draw them. There's a lot of stars in space. So what did God create on the fifth day? He put creatures in the water. That is my attempt at a fish. Not the best fish. I should have just done one of these simple fishes like this. There we go. So he created the fish in the water, he created all the different creatures in the water, and he created the birds. Those are birds flying in the sky. What did God create on the sixth day of creation? He created all the animals. All right, so we got like a little, maybe a tiger, maybe a lion. We'll do a giraffe over here with its long neck. Yeah. Not the best. You might be able to draw a better giraffe than that. But he created the animals on the planet too. And how did God create all these things? What did he do? Did he mold it out of clay? Did he draw a picture of it first? What did he do? How did God create all this stuff? It's really neat. It shows how powerful he is. He just spoke it. He just said it. He said, let there be light. Let there be animals. Let there be water. Let there be seas. Let there be mountains. Let there be trees. Let there be animals. And it all came to be. It happened because he spoke it. And what did God think of his creations? What word did he use? He kept saying it over and over and over again. Any time that he created something that day, he would say something. Do you remember what it was? It was good. Good. He knew that what he made was good, and he made it for us to enjoy. So this is the story of creation. It's a really, really cool story. It's neat to see how each day God made something new just by speaking it to be. And he's a powerful, amazing, beautiful, intelligent, creative creator. So it's a really cool story. I want you to share that with your friends and family. Read through the Bible. There's always more details in the Bible that you'll be able to pick out. And thank you for spending time with me today. That's all the time we have for today. Just know that we love you, we miss you guys, and we hope to see you soon. All right, see you next time. Bye.